Yo, what's up, fam? So this morning it's Open Evans Calgary, and I want to kind of take you through what I'm gonna be doing today. Okay, we're starting off. I'm picking up a package at the post office just to grab my microphone for this camera. The last microphone that I was using, the daily mic, the microphone receiver, or is it a transmitter? Just started misbehaving and I had to get a new one. So picking up a microphone so that this audio is going to get better in a bit. All right, let's go. After that, we're going to go to the gym to get my body in a good shape. I like to be in the right frame of mind, right mental state because it's going to be a long day. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go get it. All right, so let's see what is inside of this stuff right quickly. Okay. A little cleaning clothes for cameras from Vistec. All right, thank you, Vistec. And this is the actual package. I think it says right there, Sennheiser Profile Wireless Microphone. I've checked out this online a little bit. It can work for your iPhone. I believe it can also work for Android. I hope so, but I don't use Android anyways. So you can connect really easily with Android. Alright, so let's check this out. Okay, comes in with this little pouch. It's nice. The manual and stuff right here. It has a charger. It's USB-C to USB-C cable thing, which I have lots of them already. It has this 3.3 mm, 3.8 mm, or whatever it is called, cable thing, male to male. And then inside here as well, it has some wind muffs for the microphones. Okay, right there, and we got the mic itself. This is the mic itself, but this little thing says Sennheiser. I mean, if you're into audio, you know that Sennheiser is good quality microphone maker. So this thing is a charging case for all of the microphones. The microphones are right there right now. Right, so those are the two microphones. You can pop them out. I still gotta figure out how to do that. Yeah, I think I just did. Just press this button on this side, and there's another button on the other side. If you pop that button, you can remove the microphone from there, right? And then you click it back inside, right there. So the two microphones are gonna be there, and you can click them back. But you can also use the two microphones at one time and speak to them like this while using the charging case as the handle, which is, I think it's genius, man. And it comes with a little microphone cover right there, so for your plosives and for your wind as well while you're speaking to it. So you can be charging the microphone at the same time speaking into it and using it to speak like this. I think it's really nice. What else do they have here, man? And then it has a screw, this screw thing here that you can screw stands, or microphone stands, or camera stands, right there. Yeah, let's check this out. This is the receiver. I think it is the receiver. I believe so. I gotta figure out how to use this. So let's see. All right. What do we got here? This is the charging location right there. And I believe this charging location is charging the receiver and pretty much everything. Charging the receiver and the microphones. Okay. And those microphones they also have like magnets that you can use those magnets to clip the microphone to your shirt. And it has a nice little art button there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think it's to say that if you have a pacemaker, don't put it near your pacemaker because this is a magnet. Yeah, but hopefully I can figure out how to use this right now. If you're gonna use it with your phones, the cable for your Android and for your iPhone, the slot for them is right here. No, I don't like this. I had to use my nail to pull these out. It's not that bad, but it's not convenient. But yeah, okay, no problem. If you don't have a nail, you probably struggle a little bit to pull this out. So that's unfortunate. All right, I am just setting up these things. Okay, let me just stop this recording right now. All right, so I finally figured out how to do this stuff. So I think my audio should be coming in all clean, all clear right now. I see the levels on the screen, on my own screen right here, on the screen of the receiver as well. The RX, the transmitters are in here. Both of them, I had to turn them on and put them back in here. You can see them in there. This is the microphone. You don't have to use the two, you can use only one. And if you want to use the two of them together, yeah, go ahead, feel free to do that. So I'm using the two of them together right now. The recording level is good. I don't think I need to boost it up or anything. I think it's good. I can boost it in post if I need to. But let me know how this sounds. This is without the foam cover, right? This is without the foam cover right now. So I don't know how my plosive sounds right now. Plosives. Peter Papa Papa John Peter Papa Papa Baba Baba whatever. I don't know what that sounds like. But I also like what it did to this microphones transmitters. I think it's called the transmitters. They have a screw in here, so you can screw in your lav mics as well. So yeah, this is now it's nice. I like the undo. You know, the undo is nice. All these little thing that people just hold like this, it's okay too. But I like this big undo. Kind of just gives it a real microphone vibes, which is nice. This is with the plosives, the foam cover right now. So I hope my plosives are better. Peter Papa John Peter Papa Papa Baba Baba John Peter Papa Piper Baba. All right. So here we go. This is the Sennheiser wireless profile reviewing from my car. But let's continue on this vlog. We're going to the gym right now. Let's go get our body right. So I'm right here now. Just gonna get a quick session of cardio and lift some weights, and that should be it. It's gonna be a very quick one. We don't have the time to do a whole lot today right now. So, and while I am doing that, I am going to be listening to some of the songs. So I just want to do like a 1 mile run, get my body going, get the blood pumping, and yeah, let's go.
When I'm weak, Lord, you are my strength. You lift my head, you hold my hand. In deepest valley, you lead me. The good qualified to repay your love, oh, but I'm grateful. You're blessing me steady, more, oh. You cover me plenty, more, oh. Goodness pursuing me daily, more, oh. Lord, I'm grateful that you love me. Blessing me steady,
All right, 1 mile run done. That feels so terrible and also great at the same time. I know it's only 1 mile, but your boy hasn't been in the gym in like almost a week plus or 2 weeks. So yeah, and I don't have time to go on a long stretch today. So let's just go lift some weight, and from here we get out of here. We go to the barber shop for some cleanup. You see, I look very, very terrible. So, yeah, let's get out of here. All right, let's start with some 25 kgs. I can't keep myself this morning. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Next, let's do 20. Alright, I feel like I'm finished right now. I'm just listening to some of the arrangements from Dr. Tim Godfrey. These arrangements are stupid. Dr. Tim, these arrangements are stupid, but they have to be done. So, let's go. Hey, so now let's do 15 and wrap it up. We'll do 2 sets, 5 reps each, 2 sets of 15s. And we get out of here. Alright. Yeah, that was nice. That is for me for today. Alright, so I look at my time. There's no way I'm gonna make it to barbershop if I go home on time, and I'm gonna miss my appointment. And if you miss your appointment today, you're done for, because it's 31st. Everybody's probably doing something because tomorrow is the new year. So I'm just gonna do what? I'm just gonna again, what I just did was just take off my hoodie, do a little cleanup in the bathroom from the gym, and just take off my hoodie and wear my jacket right now, which I did not work out in. So go to the barber shop, do a clean cut, and then shower all together and wash off all those air remnants from my body. All right, let's just go to the barber shop real quick, guys. All right, okay, so I'm at the barber shop and I'm just gonna wait for like 5 more minutes and go inside for my appointment. But before I do that, I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to all of you guys that have supported the channel throughout the year and throughout the years. This is 2024, and as at the time of this video, we are at 48,000 subscribers. Today is 31st December. We are at 48,000 subscribers. That is amazing. Earlier this year we had 13,000 subscribers, and my wild goal was like, okay, let's get to 50k subscribers. Like, I know it's like you are 13, you want to get to 50. That's crazy. Like, it's like I'm kind of like that sometimes. Like, let's just go over the moon. Although I have a realistic number in my head, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not 50? Let's go for 50. And now we have 48,000 subscribers, and this is because I did not even post a lot of content in December because it's been a very busy period, but we kind of like almost there already. So I'm not even going to sweat it, because I believe that even maybe before the end of the day we might get to 48.5, or maybe by the end of January we get a 50. It doesn't really make a big difference, really. Yes, it would have been nice to hit the goal and feel like, you hit the goal you said. That's fine, but I don't feel like I'm far off either as well. Like 48,000 subscriber, 48 point what? Precisely, if I check as of right now, if we go to YouTube Studio, 48,059 subscribers. So that is amazing. I feel like in the next 1 month we can get there. So I'm not gonna sweat about it. I feel like I achieved this goal regardless. Next year, let's get to 100 subscribers. If you're watching the channel and you've not subscribed, please subscribe. The YouTube tells me that a lot of people who watch this channel, they haven't subscribed yet. So please, it would mean a lot to us. It would mean a lot to me if you subscribe and join the community and be a part of what we're building. All right, thank you so much. Now let's get this haircut and look fresh. Let's go. Peace. So my guy Z just finished lasering me up right now, and let's see what we got. Okay, all right. So we fully laced up. So let's get out of here. My family and I, we're heading to the venue right now for Open Heavens Calgary. It's just about 3:55, I think. 3:55. So we're gonna get there maybe around 4:15, 4:20, I think. So and let's go see the venue. I know I have not shown you guys the venue so far, but I've been to the venue at least for the past 2 days. We've been setting up, we've been sound checking. You're gonna be seeing some of the videos coming on the YouTube channel very soon for the sound check actually. But yeah, let's go on to the event and let's go shout Happy New Year as we enter into 2025. Alright, here we are at the venue. Hello. Hi. Oh my god. Oh, I don't sir. Bro. Oh, to be an amazing night. What else sir? Alright, this is the stage right here. Drums, bass, organ, keys, my rig right here. Okay.
Hallelujah. Give God some praise in the house tonight. Shout hallelujah.
Yo, what's up guys? So today is the 4th of January 2025. Happy New Year. It's been 4 days after Open Heavens Calgary. It's been Wednesday, which is the 1st. It's been Thursday. It's been Friday. Today is Saturday. So, but honestly, I'm just kind of like getting back to myself. My body's just kind of like getting recovered and been having a lot of rest. And while in the middle of resting and sleeping like somebody that was beating, I've been editing a couple of videos. Some of you've been seeing some of the videos as well. So yeah, it's been amazing. Trying to recover. But we go back at it again this year. This is 2025. For Sunday tomorrow, we have Dr. Tim Goffrey with us. with his band as well with us tomorrow. So we have rehearsals today and sound check and all of that stuff. But yeah, I kind of just want to recap on Open Heavens Calgary, which is it was an amazing event, and God was glorified. Over almost 500 people gave their life to Christ, which is the most important part of the whole thing. The whole thing is all about Jesus. It has nothing to do with the music. The music is just, you know, an avenue to speak to the souls of the people. Um, but then having the souls, having those people, seeing them coming out to give their life to Christ was really amazing. It was an humbling experience to be a part of something like that, where almost 500 people gave their life to Christ at once. There's a great joy in that. But yeah, I just wanted to recap on OHC. A lot of great things went well. There are other things that we can always improve on, and I'm always kind of like paying attention to, seeing what are those things that should be improved, what are those things that you missed, what are those things that you didn't do well, because that's how you get better. You don't get better by just doing something and acting as if everything went perfectly well. You want to look back and look at what it is that you didn't do really well. There are times where in the program there was a mistake that I made. There were two mistakes that I made. Right there was a mistake. I think I would even say three mistakes. Two mistakes during Minister Sinach session. One mistake during our own song. We were trying to do one of the new song, one of the singles. There was a mistake with Minister Sinach stuff. And again, these are lessons learned, and I want to kind of share those things, right? I learned my lessons in those, and those mistakes will never happen again. Will never happen again. That's why I'm sharing this, right? Just being transparent. Mistake number one, all right? There are some songs where we're using stems. There are some songs where we were using just loops and tempo. Okay, so for the songs where we're using stems from our songs, I have all those stems already out. So I'm gonna kind of share my screen right now just to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. So if I go to my screen share, let's open my laptop right now so I can share my screen. All right, let's see, what do I have? Okay, I have loopback going on. I'm just gonna let's record the entire screen and make sure we are getting audio from the right source. Okay, all right, so I'm sharing my screen right now. As you guys can see, mistakes number one was there were places where we were using only loops, and there were places where we were using click track like this. Mistake one was for when we were using the loops. I was using my loop pack, the template, the Ableton loop pack template. You guys, you've seen it. Some of you already have those loops. One thing I should have done is don't leave those loops in my template. All right, bring those loops into this. What view is this again in Ableton? I think it's called the arrangement view, and this one is the session view. All right, in my loops is in session view. It looks like this, my loop template. For the stems looks like this. I set them up in this way so that I can put markers in them. So the stems look like this, and I like the arrangement view for stems. Okay, so when you set up a template, when you set up loops in a different session file, and you set up another stems in another session file, like in this case. So for example, if she needs to do song number one, and song number one is a stem, and song number two is it's just loops, that means I have to close this, and I have to quickly go to this and open my loop pack, right? But while doing that, time is running out. You don't want to do that. But yeah, that was something I did. So what I could have done is bring the loop into this session, right? Just come here, like in this case, something like this. Maybe take this point right here and add a locator in there and say song one, right? Put song one here. Go to my, you know, go up here to edit my. I want to go up here to edit my tempo. I can change my tempo right here. Put a node here, and just take maybe 4 bar one. Just take 4 bar 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? And you want to drag and drop that loop that you want to use. So if I want to use, let's see the loop that I want to use. Whatever loop I want to use, I can just drag it and drop it in this location. Bottom line is you want to keep everything in one session file, right? You want to use different loops and you are running stems, put everything in one session file. Drag and drop the loop here and the click track as well, put them here. That way everything is here. When you want to go to song 1, you come here. When you want to go to song 2, you come to the stems, right? That is number 1. Number 2 is actually under number 1, what will now happen is you will not make some silly mistakes like this. In my loop pack, I already have my, click going outside of channel external out channel 3 and 4, right? It should be going out of channel 3 and 4. So I am in here right now. I want to turn on, I'll put 3 and 4. And I'll say, okay, I'm using my audio interface right in the studio right now. And I want to select channel 3 for my click and my guides, right? And once I can do this, I will be confident that I've done this for the stems and also the loops only. But in my template, I did that. My click were coming out of 3, all right, channel 3. My guides, channel 3. My stems coming out of 1 and 2. Right on this one, even though in the rehearsal we got it all right, all right. However, after the rehearsal, we wanted to do some changes. Minister Senach asked me to do some changes. But while I was doing some changes at home around 11 p.m. or so, for me to be able, and I was doing this like on my bed, for me to be able to hear what I was doing, I had to turn on my click. And I had to put my click back to the master. I'll put it into channel 1 and 2. Okay. Once you do that, I needed to do that so that I can hear all my guides, so that I can make edits. An example of that edit was, if I am on, there was one song where instead of doing verse 1, we went straight to verse 2. Like right here, right? We cut out verse 1 and the chorus for verse 1. We went straight to verse 2. That was one of those edits. And some other things, right? So for me to be able to make those edits, I wanted to make sure I'm listening to the cues, I'm listening to the click as well, and I can hear that. And I didn't have my audio interface with me. I just wanted to do this quick. I had to put this external out. I put it into 1 and 2 for my click and my guide, and I saved it. I forgot to put it back on channel 3 and 4. Right? I forgot to put it back in channel 3 and 4. So when we started the old session for our session, we started with a loop, which is in my loop back. And when I loaded that up first, I make sure when I loaded it first, I make sure that 3 and 4 are correct. When we were about to get into song number 2 or song number 3 or so, I loaded it up. It was already in the middle of the show. The show was already going on. I did not even have time to be checking this. So the moment that it play for this session that has the stems inside of it, intro, 1, 2, click, everything went into the front of the house and it went into the live stream. That was a lesson learned from me. It was probably almost about like 2 songs or so in before I realized that, oh no, you had the click going out. So luckily for the FOH guys and the live stream guys, they muted the whole thing. So for that session, for that part of the session, the stems were not going out. It was just the band and the singers. At that point, that was the only thing they could do to salvage that situation, because everything was coming from me. And I have to make sure that I route things properly. So that was lesson number 1. Lesson number 2 is there was a situation where we wanted to go from one song to the other without stopping at all. All right. Song number one adds stems. Song number two adds stems. Just for example. All right. We want to go from song one to song two without, without stopping. Both of them are different tempo. So what we decided was we take song number one, we start with that, we decrease the tempo of that to match the tempo of the next one, and we only use the percussion loop of song one for song one. Okay. So edit song one in a way where you mute all of the stems file, and you now we bring down the tempo a little bit. And as we are finishing that one, what you want to do is go straight into song number two. Now it sounds easy, but in the midst of things going on, your brain just thought, okay, easy way to do that is if I go to my screen right here, song number one, we have song number one going on, all right? And then I already put a marker everywhere. So let's say this song one is the I Know Who I Am. Slowed it down. We use the percussion loop of this only. And then when I'm about to go to the next song, which was Victory Is My Name, all I'm going to just do is click my marker, my keyboard. I already mapped everything out. So for example, if you see here, confession is C. He did it again is H. I Know Who I Am is I. Overflow O. Victory Is My Name V. We Bless W. So all I need to do is, if she says we're going to We Bless, I just tap W on my key, and I'm already at We Bless. If we're going to go to I Know Who I Am, I'm just going to tap key I on my keyboard, capital I, caps lock on. I'm just going to do that, and we go into it. So we started this one, and my plan, which I already did and it worked, I just cannot even understand what happened eventually was, if I go back on my Z, okay, that didn't work. What I plan to do, and I practiced this at home, I up to now I still don't understand what exactly happened. But again, lesson learned from that is I started this. My plan was, as we're going to Victory Is My Name, I was going to just press V and it takes me there. Now, I've done this at home plenty times. Everything worked perfectly. Practiced it a couple of times. It worked well. There was not supposed to be an issue where I will be, let me actually check this again. I'm trying to figure out why this thing did not work. So right here, 1, 2, yeah, this was supposed to work well, right? Because it's looping perfectly. So now, as we're coming from this, I'm supposed to go to Victory Is My Name. But when we went there, it just did not work well the way I wanted it to work. It was just a mess, right? The same way it just did this right now. So what is the lesson here? The lesson here is what I should have done. A better way to get this done was to do this instead. Bring the loop of I Know Who I Am, whatever that loop is, which I'm going to show you guys right now. We're kind of just learning together and figuring things out together as well. So if I go back to that loop here, I go to I Know Who I Am once more time. This is the loop I want to use, okay? These are the two loops I want to use. I can copy this, all right? I already matched the tempo, and I can go to Victory Is My Name right here. And what I was supposed to do is come here, right, and paste my percussion loop here. That's what I was supposed to do. Okay, go back, take this second one, copy. Okay, go back to Victory Is My Name, put it here. All right, so now all I was supposed to do is put I know who I am here instead. I know who I am. All right. Once I did this, what I was now supposed to do is take this loop right here, Command L, and loop this particular one we were about to start. I know who I am. So start this. All right. And as we are about to finish, go straight into Victory is my name. That was the best blink I was supposed to do. It was as if I had a brain fart. I had, and of course, I was supposed to also copy my click here, right? Copy this click, and let's go back to Victory is my name, and put the click here, paste. All right, so that we can start this. All right, and at the end, so this one we keep looping like this. You keep looping, right? No, oh, I turn off the loop. So turn it back on. This was supposed to keep looping like this, right? Keeps looping. And when she's saying move on to the next song, Command L, boom. And we go to the next song. Or even with that, this first bar here, this first bar between 263 and 264, we could actually delete it. I could actually cut out this bar, for example. So I could take this bar and say edit and say cut time. It cuts out everything in that area. So what I'll do here is we'll loop our current loop, this location of I know who I am, right? And as we're about to finish I know who I am, it doesn't even matter. I'll just turn off the loop and it goes and then it goes to the next song and we go, right? So that was the best way I was supposed to do it, and my brain farted. I was kind of like looking for the easiest option, but it was actually not the easier option. So this was the best option. You will probably never make a mistake with this. This was better. And then I learned this. So I'm sharing that lesson with you guys. Hopefully you pick up something like that. And the third mistake that I did was on our own song, you know, we had the arrangement. We had everything set out. Everybody knows where they were supposed to go. I usually give them cues as well, like, okay, chorus next. Okay, repeat verse 1. But again, in this particular case, they added. And so like even though if you see this looks like a mess from here because I write things everywhere because I don't want to assume that I remember everything, right? I write things out even for the singers, even for here going out and coming in my thought. I write everything out for them, unison, harmony. In this particular case for our own song, I wrote it out as well. Unfortunately, I forgot to cue them into a particular section because I thought they know what the next thing is. And from there on, it was just kind of like a disaster that happened at that point. We're trying to get back into the right things. And one of the reasons why we're trying to get back into the right things is because we have an arrangement and I'm also triggering the lyrics on the main screen as well. So with a different section, the lyrics were there, and I was even trying to call them back in. Oh, okay, go to this. Okay, take it away from here, and instead of them taking it away from there, they went back to the top of that particular section. I was just like, nah. At that point, I think there was a lot of fatigue involved and everybody was probably tired. So those were the lessons. Next time, I will ensure that if I need to keep giving them the cue to the next thing, I'll just have to do that. It is what it is. Get it done. Keep yelling what the next thing is and keep it going. But yeah, those were my lessons, man. And I will never forget that. That's one thing about these experiences. It teaches you lessons that you will never forget. These lessons will be a part of me forever, and I don't think I will ever make that same mistake again because I will remember this for the rest of my life, at least for the next 10 years, for sure. So, sharing this with you, hope you learned something, and thank you for watching this long vlog. This is not my forte, my style, but I want to get into the habit of like vlogging and like, kind of like showing you guys what's up, the behind the scene, my process, and all of that. There were a lot more processes, things that went on in the background that I could not film, just because either I don't have the time to, or either they are not necessarily like for content purposes. So, but there are a lot. Like to even sit down and write down all these markers on my screen, for example, it takes a lot. Takes a lot. You have to listen to everything and write out everything. That's the only way you make sure everybody's on point and you can MD effectively. Never ever assume that you remember everything. Never do that. Once you do that, you're gonna mess things up. All right. So I hope to see you in the next video and enjoy all these video rollouts, man. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video that you just watched. But before you go, please, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so right now. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any video from the channel. Like this video and also drop a comment. Tell us your thoughts about this video. And one more thing just before you go, we have other videos we think you're gonna love right here. So just click this link right here, right now.